Hey there guys, this is Jessy, and today I'm bringing a very special video to you. Today I'm with a very good friend and what I believe to be a very future coming musician. His name is Nathan Shaffer. Say hi.
Howdy.
So today I just want to hear a little bit about your experiences and what we're going to be talking about, and I have a couple questions for you. So on February 21st, 2016, you went to Philadelphia, PA. What did you go there for?
I went there to audition for The Voice to see if I could make it past the qualifying rounds.
Okay.
Maybe get a little bit of advice from the judges.
All right. Tell me about some of the experiences you had there that day.
Well, it was pretty wild, almost overrated experience actually. We went down to Philadelphia. It's a really nice city, a lot of great food. Had a Philly cheesesteak. Ooh. You just have to go there and you have to get the cheesesteak. It's just tradition, I guess. But they had it at a convention center. A lot of people showed up. A lot of people didn't get accepted. I was one of them. I do know a couple of people that did get accepted though. A little girl, she was 15 years old.
Was it?
Yeah,
wow,
she got accepted. Yeah. So they put us in like 5 or 6 different lines before they even had us into the audition room. It was just a really long, overbearing experience. And then they separated us into 10 different groups of people, and they gave us all different judges. It wasn't like Blake or any of the other judges, but it was my judge's name was Sterling, and I guess he was just one of the corporate judges for The Voice before you can actually go. You got to go through at least like 2 or 3 rounds before you can actually get on TV. Yeah, it's a difficult experience to maintain, but I can't say it was very fun. I learned a lot going there. The judges were all cool. The people that were actually competing as well, they were all fantastic as well. So overall, I guess to say it wasn't a bad experience.
Awesome.
Had a good time.
Okay, I think that's awesome that you can pull something positive, even though you didn't make it, you still found positive things to take away from it. I think that's important.
Well, I mean, it's not the end of the world, especially seeing that it mainly is a competition, but it's also for the fun. Because even when you do get on The Voice, you know, they train you, they help you with your voice techniques, they help you with your playing, they teach you how to read music if so be it, and then you get to play with professional artists on this huge stage with all the people running lights for you and just all the amazing audio equipment and like thousands of people standing in front of you. Yeah. It would just be so much fun, but at the same time, even if you don't get accepted, that still doesn't stop you from being able to do your own thing.
Yeah.
And still venturing out and making it. There's plenty of other ways to make it besides The Voice, guys. Let's be honest.
So you mentioned, our thing, like we each have our thing that we do. So your thing is music. And
yes.
I was wondering what initially got you interested into music.
Well, when I first started, I was 4 years old. My grandmother, Mary, she really, really like not only influenced me but forced me to start taking up the piano, and I'm glad she did though, because it really defined me as a musician as far as my style and techniques. I took 8 years of lessons, and my teacher was then retiring, and she said, "Yeah, I'm getting ready to throw the whole book out, and I pretty much taught you everything that I can teach you. So what you do with it now is completely up to you." So I just started composing music. Wrote my first song at the age of 8. Picked up guitar at 11. Drums in the 9th grade. Remember, I was in percussion.
Oh yeah.
I was marching band, snare drum. Started on the cymbals. It was awesome. I was a big freaking monkey. But that was an overall fun experience too. That actually helped me out a lot with proper technique, proper hand movements, and everything. So I was also in a couple of projects, a couple of youth group projects. I played at the Green Valley Presbyterian Church in Carmichael's for the youth group band, for a few years. Then the youth leader decided he was going to take a job in Oklahoma. I'm very happy for him. So, but we just stopped playing ever since. We did a couple of services afterwards, and that was about it. I was in a big metal project called Vengeance Remains all throughout high school, and I think it's what everybody around here knows me for, was Vengeance Remains, and that was a lot of fun. That was probably where I got most of the business experience from, just learning how to communicate with people, how not to react to a bar fight, how to recognize the different groups of people and their connections that they might possibly have to get you into bigger places. I remember we got to open for Joey Belladonna, the lead singer of Anthrax. That was a really fun time. There was a couple other bands that performed too, but yeah. Unfortunately, he didn't want to take me on tour because I was 16.
Well,
But, that's understandable.
That's understandable.
Yeah, he told me stick with my schooling, and probably about the best advice he could have gave me, being a 80s rock star, I guess. But it was really cool and really fun. So I had a lot of influence first starting into this. Besides my grandmother, there was my god brother and all the other bands that I've ever played in, all the musicians I've ever met along the way, and even now as a country rock musician and trying to just put my foot in the door with that. I mean, I've only gotten about a year or two experience under my belt as far as playing country music, but I've met a lot of great people along the way, a lot of really solid musicians, a lot of professional musicians actually that really don't get recognized enough in my opinion. But overall, yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, what is your favorite song currently?
My favorite song.
Can you pick?
I don't know if I can pick. I can pick an abundance of them.
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
probably
one
be
of
here
those
for an
people
hour.
too. I'm one of those people too. It's like, pick your favorite song. Well, hold on.
Yeah, let me just run through my calendar, my checkbook here, and we'll check it out.
That's a hard thing to do for people who really, really like music.
Exactly, especially if you like all different kinds of genres too. It's just hard. It's like, well, what's your favorite one? I don't know. I like them all.
Well,
you gotta have a favorite.
How do I feel right now?
Yeah, that really has to do with it too, I guess, because music is more of an emotional, mental connection, and I guess just depending on the mood that people are in, it just really that describes a song that fits with them the best, honestly. And that's what I tried to do with this album coming up. Is kind of mix different styles of emotion, more happy and like really driving, kind of rockish. And then some that'll really like eat your heart out, so to speak. But so far it's been a really cool process, and that also came along with it as well as far as dealing with emotions and understanding people. That's probably the hardest part of this entire process, is understanding what people want.
Okay. You mentioned some of the family members and instructors that helped you, encouraged you. If you could pick one musician that kind of encouraged you to follow your dream.
One musician.
One musician, only one.
That's going to be a tough choice, because I have a lot of musicians that I'm very inspired by. But I would have to say, I can't name just one, I have to name two.
Okay.
I would have to say Slash and Angus Young were the first two guys that I ever actually listened to that really made me think about exactly what I wanted to do. Along with, there was Randy Breaux, Zakk Wylde, Ozzy Osbourne, pretty much all the good 80s metal bands, but Slash and Angus Young were probably my two biggest ones. My first ever album I've ever got in my life was the AC/DC's Back in Black album. And I probably listened to it for about 8 hours straight in my room for days upon the weeks.
Yeah, that's a good album.
It definitely is.
Okay, so there's only one question left, and that is, do you have any advice for the people at home that may have a dream, whether it be in YouTube, music, writing books, whatever, but they have this fear of failing?
Well, I can definitely understand the fear. I had a lot of struggle going through this process as far as becoming a musician and being the musician that I am today. And I still have a lot to go, guys, like an absolute lot. I've been a musician ever since I was 4 years old, so about 17 years now. 16, 17, if I can't do the math correctly because I didn't go to college. But
I'm in college and I can't do the math.
It's okay. Okay. I don't feel as bad though. But honestly, for those that have a fear of accomplishing their aspirations and the goals of succeeding in their dreams, don't be fooled, guys. It's a long, hard process to do, but believe me, it's all worth it. It's all absolutely worth it in the end. I played a numerous amount of shows in front of an abundance of people, maybe not the thousands yet, but it's still a work in progress. It's just as long as you have the desire and the passion in your heart to actually go out and succeed, there's nobody that can stop you. Don't let anybody stand in your way. Don't be fooled by people. This is a very, very dog-eat-dog business, and I will say that personally, out of personal experience, considering I'm signed now through a label called Mason Ridge Entertainment out of Granville, West Virginia. It's a small label with a lot, but they're really honest guys, they're really good guys. There were a couple of bad apples in the beginning. I'm not going to name names, I'm not like that. But after that process, though, it took a couple of months, but after all of that was taken care of, everything's running extremely smooth now, playing for a bunch of different places, have an album coming out in the next couple of months, not the next couple of months, but the next couple of weeks. And basically, as long as as long as you have the desire, the passion, that's pretty much all it takes. If as far as musicians go, never give up. Never give up hope. Whether it's learning your place, being in a band, figuring out that you're maybe not the best front man, but you're a really, really good guitarist, or maybe you're not the best guitarist, but you can play a hell of a fiddle. Or if the drum set is just your passion and you have to just get behind and just bang the living crap out of something, you know, it doesn't matter. Everybody that you see on television and that you hear on the radio, they all started right here, exactly where I'm sitting right now. Maybe not exactly in college, but a lot of them started in small bars that people don't even know the names of, with people that nobody knows in the world. They're just small town people like you and me. And then you turn around 2 weeks later, they're on television making millions of dollars. It's that quick, it's that fast. So it can happen. It can definitely happen. Take it from me. As long as you put forth the effort, as long as you don't give up, sky's the limit.
Awesome. All right, I want to thank you for coming and being a part of this.
I want to thank you for having me, man. This is fun.
And when you do become famous, there's
Yes.
a ton of people coming at your door to interviews. Come to me first. Come to me first.
Absolutely.
All right?
Absolutely.
So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will leave any social media accounts that Nathan wants in down below in the description, so you can just give me those later.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. If you like this video, please leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already, because there's going to be a ton of cool stuff, and I do a lot of stupid stuff too. It's either cool or stupid, and either way you get a laugh at it.
That's kind of like a rock star's ambition almost. So.
Yeah. See? So I'm on the right track.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys later in the week.
Take care, guys.